to remove this on top here, and I don't want it to spin around in the saw, right? When you're going at the surface like this, the saw grabs on top, it's going to flip the log downwards, and that would drop some buckles again. So what I'm using is a square log, hold it or stop it from happening. Square log. We look over here, that's what we got. Put them all. Okay, so these boards are like 1.5 inches if you look at them from the average. So it's sort of like built with 2x6 or 2x5s, and I had a piece over here a few minutes ago. I'm gonna go get it. Here, one of these, right? These were the seat slats. And if I bring it over here, it is going to go in that notch and sit like this. So that's what that would look like. Okay. Well, when I was running that piece of lumber through the planer or the jointer, it all of a sudden stopped on me, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And look what happened. I had to take it apart. Right. This is the spindle. And the bearings have C-clips or C-clamps. No, C-clips, yeah. There's 2 C-clip grooves over here to hold the bearing, and another one over here, and 2 on that end, and none on this end. So that sort of tells you how it goes together. Well, what happened was I started hearing a bang, and this pulley came off of the end of the shaft, and it was hidden in the cover. And this is the key. If you look if you look in one of my previous videos, I had this machine apart and made a video out of it. It could be 3-4 years ago maybe. Yeah, the bearings are over here, and they're shot. This one's still spinning, this one is not. So that's what happened. Okay, so these are my back slats, And I'm just gonna mark it here and sink it in till I have 1.5 inches thickness. And that should bring me up to here. This might be too thick still. I don't know if I had a chance to film it when my battery died, but I did notch these out. Okay, and that's where my back piece is gonna go. But here's my back piece, and I've got to notch these out to fit this in here. So, this is what I've decided to do. Okay, in this particular situation, I'm notching this out, and I'm just going to slide it in the same way that I did the backrest. between these two I have 20. Plus I have 21. I have 20 and 3/4 on top here, but around here, the midsection, I have 20 1/4. And over here I have how much do I have over here? I have 20 3/4. So this thing is still the way it's supposed to be. So this piece right here goes into here. Okay, so that's pretty much what it's going to look like for this one, but the next one is going to be different. Measure, make sure. And it's 20 and 3/16, 20 and 3/16, 23 and 3/16. A little strong. I'll take it off a little more. Okay, so somehow, for some reason, I'm butting into something. I don't know what. Is it this? Okay, I have a 3.5 piece here. Now it's getting wedged. And then I think it's coming from the top side of it. I'm going to remove a little bit off the top. Easier on the bottom though. So the angle was good. That's actually tight now. But the other one, what I did was I did that accidentally by cutting too far. I went beyond my line. But it's not going to show. I'll do better next time. But that's going to be the look from the front. Alright, so I'm using this here to get a mark. And this is just a trial run. right? And I have to get it from the other side. That's what matters. Okay. There. Over back to the chair and see if it fits. You see that rosy color there? I love that color in this wood. I really do. I hit my tree once that was full of this rosy stuff. I don't know if it's because of the way it grew or chemicals they sprayed, but I love the color. This fits, man. It is a good fit too. Okay, so it seems to fit pretty good. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like from the front. And here I have to slice off these two sheet slats, and I had to notch these to fit so I could get the width. And these fit, like you can see. Okay, so I've tightened everything up. Everything seems to fit okay now. And I've just put 2 screws up here for now. I still have to sand these boards down to make it look like the rest of it, right? And once I've got all the chair together, I got to decide if I'm going straight across or giving it a little round off, right? Okay. So far, that's how it's going to go together. Now, I'll cut these two pieces off right there. And, oh, frig it, I'm going to wait. I'm going to do these armrests first. Right? Because if I damage something, like I did over here, like I didn't put this in the video, but that rolled around in the bandsaw on me and bent my blade, and it took out a chunk all the way, like 3/4 of an inch here, and started rolling up the log. And it did right here too. And I took some of the not supposed to say on video words out of the video. Alright. So now I have to figure out these. Okay. And I got plenty of material to work with. I just don't know how I'm going to butt them up in there. So I should probably notch out the back piece here. Remove this. See and fit them in. All right. In previous, earlier on, I told you I was going to make wedges, right? Okay? And these wedges, when you bottom out, they're going to wedge this into place, and then you just pop in your wedge on the other side, okay? But you don't align your slits on the same axis. If not, that wood will split. This way the wood will not split. Alright, so now I gotta glue this up. Try to get some glue running into this hole here. it's kind of imperative that this is assembled pretty quickly before the glue sets. And so right now, this leg is all the way in, this one's all the way in. See, there's some reinforcement. This one as well. I'm putting the screws where they're not visible. Right. This one, I believe, goes here. I gotta knock that into place and get it glued up. And same for this one over here. Okay. Let's get some glue. Into this. Okay. That's good. The glue's probably going to ooze out in there anyways. There. Alright, so this is the day after. The glue has had time to dry, okay? And this is the glossy appearance of the glue, okay? There's a little air bubble there. And like I glued some of these that had defects in it, and I'm just gonna go over it with a sander so people don't actually cut themselves, and I'll try to give this edge a smoother. This is too, people could get hurt on that, right? Not critically hurt, but hurt. Okay, so most of the glue, yeah, it's all dry. So I'm gonna have to sand that off and hope that it doesn't show through the finish that I got. And I decided to put some bare log cabin gloss finish. This has a little cedar tint in it, and it makes it not so popping. It gives it a more of a color, a little darker than what you see on the glue here. So I would go with gloss. Like you can get this clear gloss instead of cedar, right? And if I was using this log furniture on a lake cabin or something like that, I would go with the gloss. If I was out in the woods somewheres where there's no lake around, I wouldn't go with the gloss. I'd go with the cedar. The gloss just seems something that's more marine-like than the darker tint, right? That's just me talking, right? Okay, so today we're gonna sand these down and assemble the rest of the chair and get it ready for paint or stain. so I sanded off all the surfaces, and I'm going to actually pre-drill the holes, so that way before I actually install it, I'm not creating sawdust. I don't want to create sawdust because I'm going to be starting the staining process or the finishing process before I actually put them in. Okay, so I'm getting ready for paint, and it says this stuff has to be applied in well-ventilated area, and this isn't really well ventilated, so I got a mask on. I'm hoping it's enough. I'm gonna open up the door, and I'm going to start with the areas I can't reach. Like underneath here and stuff. really like the color. See a little spot here. I don't want it to end up looking like a spot. Yeah, I really like the color I chose well. Well, this concludes the build on how to build a log chair, and I really enjoyed building this chair. And for those who haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.